Hello and welcome to part two on our series of the 5 behaviours, the elements that we try to work with both within our learning development arm, but also Phil Bradley, who joins us today. Part two is based on the second part of the 5 dysfunctional behaviours that we see in teams, etc., which is based around conflict. Is that not right, Phil?
It is, sir. Yeah.
So again, a very short soundbite today for everybody. I guess talk to us a bit about how you look at behaviours and certainly the conflict element within the 5 behaviours.
Well, it's, I suppose, following from the first one, which was trust, and we talked about an absence of trust. So you work with a team to build that level of trust. And we've worked with teams in the past and we've felt that, haven't we? I mean, we've been in organizations and been in a leadership team where you know you can trust each other. And also we've been in organizations where that hasn't happened. So we feel that. And the next behavior builds on that. The next behavior of conflict builds on trust, because if you haven't got trust, then you're in a place where you fear conflict. So you don't confront problems and issues because conflict's there and it isn't built on trust. You know, you don't develop solutions to problems because you can't speak to people in a way that you know it's built on trust. If we're having a conversation and me and you trust each other, we know it's okay. We know it's fine. We know we're all want to achieve the same goals. So it becomes healthy conflict. It's okay because we trust each other enough to have these conversations. The issue behind it, we've both been on teams, is where that absence of trust leads to that fear of conflict, and people go around problems. They don't confront issues, and that lack of transparency drives confusion with your people and with the team itself.
And I've seen it right up with at board level, actually. I can recall a time with me where I've worked in an organisation where we all kind of go through journeys with organisations, don't we? And I remember a really healthy period of time with an exec team that was on a huge change programme. And that change programme was for a 3-year programme. And at the end of that 3-year programme, it was really interesting. We grew the business brilliantly as a team, because we trusted each other and we had that positive conflict, because we were able to all speak. It was really interesting. Once that objective had been met, it was really interesting how that positive conflict started to change, because objectives changed within the team. And instead of it being a positive environment to be in, it started to be negative, and it started to draw factions within the board, etc., which were quite interesting. I'm not going to name the business or anything else because that would be wrong, but I think we can all probably experience those periods of when we've been in environments where that positive conflict is great, and where if it goes wrong, it can create a real problem, I think.
Yeah, and what I would suggest and say is it follows the Tuckman model of the form, storm, norm, perform, same kind of thing. And you're in that storm phase. So the forming phase, if you're building trust in the forming phase, you've really got something going. If you don't, you stay in form and storm all the time.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You don't move through the phases, and you don't go through the phases into high performance. You just stay in storm. And if you can get into storm, which is based around trust, then healthy conflict, you move through all the phases really quick into high performance.
So we've really now talked trust and conflict, which are the first 2 elements of the 5 behaviours. I'm getting into this now. I'm looking forward to 3, 4, and 5. Bill, thanks for your time today. These are real short kind of snapshots. We want to get people's engagement on this. Hopefully they're listening. Perhaps they can recognise this in their own organisation, I guess.
Yeah.
Something that will help people actually start to talk. And, if you've got any questions for me or for Phil, please come back to us, because we love sharing our experiences and helping businesses. It's as simple as that, don't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks, Phil. And we will see you soon for our 3rd element of our series as well. So thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for watching, and look forward to your feedback. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.